This is Movies in Contemplation with Jirach and...
Oh, am I talking to you?
Jesus, yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome back. I hope everyone had a wonderful Halloween.
Yes.
And hopefully how we are right now, getting used to the time change.
Oh, God. Piss on the time change.
It fucked with us.
Yep.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it always does. I love getting an extra hour of sleep, but damn.
Oh, yeah, and I love getting an extra hour of work. Whee!
Oh, we love getting an extra hour of work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anywho. That's for the night workers out there. We feel your pain.
We do.
So.
We feel the hurt.
I hurt myself today. Alright, so, today's movie, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
A Jirach pick.
A Jirach pick. We're looking
Yes.
at 1987, if I'm not mistaken. 88. Oh, daddy.
Oh, daddy.
88.
Damn, daddy.
Damn, daddy. Yeah, so 1988. Goofy movie.
Yes.
You know, nice for it. Go ahead.
Well, what made you want to pick it, and why do you like it?
Okay, so this movie doesn't mean jack tiddly shit to me personally. It's just a feel-good, fuck-about, fun movie. It's
silly.
It's silly. It was made to be goofy. Mm-hmm. You can see that it's just goofy.
Definitely a movie that didn't take itself too seriously.
No. But at the same time, I like it because there are serious moments that make it fucking funnier to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be like, oh my god, they're serious. And then I'll be laughing my ass off. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Like, you can tell, like, certain people really took this job seriously, and some people did not.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was almost kind of a good, fun balance. Because there were moments where, like, oh my god, this is kind of fucked up.
Oh god.
Creepy moments, for sure.
Some of the kills and shit in this movie
Oh,
are
yeah.
unreal.
Definitely some epic kills in this.
Yep, but we're doing what we always do. We're surpassing the wine. So,
well,
let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. We've got the Chronic Cellars. It's called Purple Haze. And funny thing, like, we couldn't really find anything. It's funny, this is our second clown horror film, which is funny. But, this one had a really cool, like, Day of the Dead, really awesome, like, skull art going on with the dice for its eyes.
Yeah.
And we didn't notice this until I started reading the back. It says, more killer wines at chroniccellars.com.
The Killer Clowns!
From outer space!
Such a bad little girl!
God. Just the opening of this movie is so hilarious. You got that, like, The Cure meets just punk 80s.
Yeah.
Spiky hair, using, like, Gorilla Glue to spike your hair.
Oh, God.
And fucking just... And you can tell that they took the little clown music that goes... And they said, okay, what would happen if we change a couple notes? Like,
yeah.
They were just playing around with different notes just so it sounded like...
Yeah,
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
It was just...
Clever,
but,
What was it that band's name was? Son of a
I don't
bitch.
even know.
Oh my god, I can't remember.
yeah.
Shit, should have wrote it down. But, god, that song is so catchy.
It is, it's really catchy and it's funny.
Years ago. I don't know the rest. Such a bad little girl. I think got SpongeBob to sing it.
Yeah, SpongeBob definitely sang that song for sure. But it's funny, when we first watched it, I swore that I never saw it before.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started getting flashbacks of watching this years ago when I was out in college in New York. I went to my roommate's hometown.
Yeah.
Like upstate New York. And it had to be Killer Clowns because her and her friend were telling me about these two funny, because they knew that I liked horror films and shit. So they were like, oh, have you ever heard of these, like, horror movies that are so funny, but they're also, like, terrifying at the same time? And I believe one of them was Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And the other one was, like, I remember finding it on Amazon, like a year ago or months ago, and I started watching parts of it. But it was, like, a gym that was like an 80s gym that was like killing people.
The fuck?
Yeah, I think it was called like Dead Spa. I think that's probably it. Dead Spa, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for sure, I know that we watched Killer Clowns. 'Cause I just remember watching this, like, oh my god, this is absolutely bonkers. But
yep, it's a goofy film. It's a real goofy feel good. I would love for Riff Tracks to do this shit.
that's what I was
But at
like.
the same time, it's like, do they need to? You know what I mean?
The movie already riffs itself.
Right. So that's
Yeah.
why it's like, do they need to? And that's probably why they haven't done it.
Yeah.
But anywho.
There's no, like, real... You said there's only, like, one, I guess, actor of somewhat note.
Yeah, it's, I personally do not know, well, I personally don't know any of them, but I personally do not know anybody in this film but John Vernon. John Vernon is the only name for me that sticks out. Everyone else, I really don't know anything about, but John Vernon, big in, like, a lot of the 80s, late 70s, and a couple of the things. He did voiceovers in, like, the early 90s. He was in the Batman series and pretty much originated his role as one of the main gangsters in the Batman series.
So the famous Sid the Squid is nothing but a pathetic victim of circumstance. Just how stupid do you think I am?
But I can't remember the dude's name. But his voice is so iconic, and you'll hear it. And honestly, he's just a really good actor in general. Like,
Yeah, for
throw
sure.
him in this movie, and his character was just that typical asshole.
So I feel like that's the thing a lot of, like, low-budget horror movies do. And you find that if you watch Mystery Science, Riff Tracks, they'll find one actor who is like a vet actor. You would know them from something.
Adam West.
Adam
John
West.
Baker.
And that one fucking actor that was in Laser Blast. He was in Planet of the Apes.
The Dr. Ape in the remake or the original?
The original. It'll come to me. I'll have to look it up.
I don't know.
Roddy McDowall. Roddy McDowall was in Laser Blast, one of my favorite Mystery Science Theater episodes. But yeah, they would pretty much use their name to push the film to get like, oh, this person is going to bring in the audience, and they're going to carry the film. So
it's a hit or miss.
It's a hit or miss. John Verdon was their guy. He played was he like the sheriff?
He was one of the. He was just a cop. He wasn't like the chief or anything. Yeah. But he was a cop.
He acted like he was
the
sheriff.
And they kind of play on that throughout the movie. They kind of play on the fact that he's an old veteran. He was in Korea.
Oh, yeah.
So, he was in the Korean War, and he even, like, mentions all that, and he's just like, oh, all of you want to get rid of Mooney, because,
I'm the old-timer.
I'm the old-timer.
I'm old school.
I went through this shit in Korea, I'm not going to take it here,
Yeah.
Just really funny. And every line he says, every time he talks to Dave, he's just, okay, Dave, listen, Dave. All right, Dave. He just always said Dave, and something about it. I don't know. It makes me laugh.
Kind of reminds us of a friend of ours that likes to
say... Yeah, he likes to say people's first fucking names.
People's first names,
yeah. He'll just be sitting there. Look, Trevor.
Yeah.
Playing
Playing the piano.
the piano. You know you are, motherfucker.
Yes, mother.
Anywho,
we love you.
We love you.
Anywho, but the plot of this movie is so fucking simple. It's the fucking title. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah.
They go to Earth.
Yeah, they go to Earth and...
just start fucking shit up.
They just start fucking shit up. So at the beginning of the film, they, were at the top of the world, some kissing ground.
It's like a make-out point for that town.
Yeah, so they're up there. We got, what was his name? Mike and... What the hell was her name?
Debbie?
Mike and Debbie up there making out.
Debbie making out.
And
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
in a float boat, in like a blow up boat. They were in the back of a Jeep in like a blow up boat. It was really funny to me.
Yeah.
And then they see like a comet or a shooting star.
They think it's a shooting star.
And it falls down onto the earth, and then there's a farmer and his dog, Pooh Bear!
Oh, God.
And they go to investigate the shooting star. And he's over here thinking, I guess he's going to get gold or some shit. He goes with a bucket and a shovel and his dog Pooh, and they go.
It's not just Pooh; it's Pooh Bear.
It's Pooh Bear.
Hello.
When he says something later, he just oh, let Pooh. There we go, Pooh. And then he gets down there, and then him and the dog are by the tent, and then the dog disappears.
What kind of dog was that? Was it like a hound?
It was a bloodhound.
Like a bloodhound, yeah.
He turns around, and the dog's gone. And he's just like, I know. And he's just like, where's my dog? You give me back my goddamn Pooh Bear! And he's freaking out, and then he tries to punch the tent, and then the tent is metal.
Yeah.
So he
Breaks
near breaks his head. And then the clown comes out of nowhere and shoots him with his cotton candy ray gun.
Yeah.
Turns him into cotton candy.
It's like very stale cotton candy. It's not even like the fluffy cotton candy that you would get. It's like cotton candy if you let it sit for a long time. Like it gets stale, crunchy. Like I don't know if you've ever had like stale.
I hate cotton candy.
Oh, I didn't mind it as a kid when it was nice and fluffy. But once you got to like the end of it, or if you waited too long to eat it, it would just be chewy. It would get stuck on your fucking teeth. It's like the worst
That's
shit
why
for
I think
you.
I hate it, is because of that shit.
Because you can't chew on it. It has to melt on your tongue.
Yeah,
That's how you eat the cotton candy.
it's not my bag, baby. I'll take a sucker and I bite that shit.
Yes.
But anywho, so yeah, they take down the Pooh Bear,
Oh.
and then Debbie and Mike go to the tent, and they get in, and they just are investigating this tent.
Well, it looks like it's that circus tent. They thought that, the circus is
It's
in
a
town.
circus,
Cool,
yeah.
let's go see a fun show.
Yeah, so then they go in. They're doing their Carmen Sandiego investigation, and
Scooby Doo,
they
Shaggy
find exactly,
moment, yeah.
and then they find the cotton candy fridge, or the cotton candy factory.
Yeah, they think it's like the storage.
Of cotton candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this must be where they deliver it.
Yeah.
You know, Mike's dumbass.
Oh my gosh, this is so wild, Mike. Wow.
Mike. And then Debbie's starting to get like a clue, and this is not how it's done, Mike.
I don't know, Mike. I've been around cotton candy my whole life, and this is not what it's like.
This is not it.
Oh my
This
god.
is not it.
Something
so then
so
Mike
creepy.
is just like, okay, well, let me pull off one, and then you see the farmer like melting, or he's like bloody.
Yeah, like it looks like the skin is off of his face.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they call him, say it.
Killer clowns?
No.
Of cocoons!
There you go.
The giant cotton candy cocoon!
I would never take that line away from you.
Thank you, that's my favorite
That's
line.
your line.
Cocoons!
Yes, cocoons.
So yeah, it's these cocoons that I guess just suck the life, the skin, or whatever out of the body.
Yeah, so they deteriorate.
Yeah.
So the point of the cocoon is we find out later in the film that these clowns, they trap people in the cocoons, very similar to Trolls 2.
Whenever you're done,
Yeah, take your time.
take your time. No rush at all.
No rush. So that's a bad look. For once, you're drinking out of your fucking bowl.
I know. Opie loves to do this.
But
I don't know anything about the troll movies.
you don't need to.
I don't.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So back to it. So, very similar to the Troll movies, but less stupid. I just can't stand
Less stupid than the troll movies?
The Troll movies are pretty bad.
I don't. Let's not go there.
Okay, we really don't need to go there.
Yeah.
But anywho, but very similar in the aspect of the cotton candy cocoons. It melts the people down, and the clowns drink the blood. So they drink the blood of people from the cocoons. That is how they survive. So they're rolling through town, and they don't hesitate. Like it gets
They
right.
don't.
Oh, but I want to bring up so.
Okay.
Mike finds a friend of his, Joe Lombardo, or whatever the fuck the dude's name is. Joe.
Lombardo.
Joe something. And he finds this Joe guy.
That's a
and
common name in certain movies.
It is.
Lombardo.
It is. And we'll get to Joe.
All right, Joe.
But this is the beginning of the movie.
All
and
right,
we find
Joe.
it, and we find a dead Joe. All right, Joe.
All right,
And we
Joe.
find a dead Joe. So...
Not in my house.
Jesus Christ. So, find this Joe. And then moving on, and the clowns don't fucking hesitate.
No.
They get right to business.
They go right to town.
They get out there. One of them is doing like a little puppet party, and this random ginger kid is walking up, and he's just like, like laughing at this show.
I want to call it like Puppet Party Massacre.
Yeah, oh, well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So they're doing this puppet party massacre.
And they have those guns.
Yeah, they have the guns. And then it pulls the gun out, and it shoots one of his hand, and then the kid's all like, haha, yeah! And then you see the puppet's face, like, turn angry and turns to the kid, and then shoots him, turns him into a cocoon.
The cocoon.
Yes, cocoons!
I love the clown that goes shopping at the drugstore.
Oh my god.
Because it just looked like it was just fucking shit up in the store.
Mm-hmm.
The pharmacist is just sitting there just like,
I don't know what to do.
oh my god. Which, fine, I get it. And these clowns, majority of them are like 7-8 feet tall,
Yeah,
it looks like.
they're tall.
They're fucking tall as shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to say, and I know you agree, the visual effects, like with the prosthetics and the face, latex, whatever they do, like Drock and I are huge fans of Face Off.
Yeah.
So we know our shit when it comes to how to judge special effects.
How to judge it. We constantly go back and rewatch episodes.
Oh my god, yeah. So, like, the fabrication of the face, the latex, the cowl.
Yeah, the cowl. You want to know how to take the cowl off, come to us.
Yeah, we're so full of shit.
Yeah.
But, really, they did really well on the clown faces.
Oh, I loved it.
They had, like, facial expressions.
Yeah.
I didn't see a crack. I didn't see, like what they call it, like, the hidden zipper.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can see, but, like, the mouths moved, the ears, the eyes, the eyebrows, like...
Yeah.
That was some...
The face was amazing.
The face
The
work-
body, obviously.
The bodies were
I mean,
little...
they covered it up with the clothes, which is fine.
Yeah.
But all the money was in the face.
They
the moneymaker was the face.
Yeah, they cut up a lot of couches for the bodies.
Yeah. So...
But yeah, kudos to that, for sure. Like...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they go on that killing spree.
They're just collecting people.
Yeah, they're collecting their cocoons. And Debbie and Mike, they escape. They roll on out of there, and one of them shoots them with popcorn.
Yeah.
They literally, like, have a bazooka, and it shoots, like, popcorn out at them.
Uh-huh.
And then one of the clowns makes a balloon animal dog. Like
Yeah.
a dog balloon animal, and it starts sniffing them out. Yeah, it starts sniffing them out. And I was like, God, so just a lot of goofy fucking humor.
Let's just throw all of the clowns,
humor in there.
Humor and all of their tricks and...
Yeah. And, God, when the clowns would make their, like, noises, it was like...
It was kind of creepy.
It was like an Ewok mixed with, like, something else.
Like someone got their... Yeah, like someone got a new, like, soundboard or something and just started...
Yeah. It was just really funny. And they get away, and they go to the police station. They go to Dave, who we find out is... Dave.
Now, here's an actor who really took his role...
Seriously.
Too seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to look up this actor because the image that I have in my head... I don't want to let go of. Because I'm thinking he thought that he was going to be the hero, which he is. He definitely is the hero. But he thought, oh my God, this is going to be my big break. I have to sell the shit out of this, and I'm going to be the next Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Or something. Whatever, like the...
Fuck, he might be. I don't know who he is, and I should have looked him up. But
And we will. We can look him up later on. But just, I like having my little... comforting idea of what
John Allen Nelson
yeah for sure, because it's just very over the top, almost like I want to like it's like telenovela kind of, just even with his like physicalities of like when he would like crash his cop car, it was just like like the,
and
my
it
God.
was like a little bump, and they would all freak out.
You can tell with their stunts with the cars, they played it very safe, and it was up to the actors to sell it.
Well, fuck, they probably didn't have a budget to get a new one.
No, they did not. For sure, because they couldn't wreck any of the cars because they had more of a movie to shoot.
Yeah.
They couldn't dispose of other cars.
Yeah, and...
Well, of course, the two cops were like, oh, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, John Vernon and John Allen. they were like, well, what made me laugh a little bit was Dave. John Allen. Dave, they come out talking this shit about the clowns, and Dave's already believing them. He's like, okay, I believe you. Let's get inside. Let's talk. Da 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 da. And he's talking to him, and then you get Mooney, Vernon.
Yeah.
He comes in, and he's just like, okay, Dave, the clowns are coming to town.
Killer
Dave.
clowns, all right.
All right.
You're gonna
well,
believe these hooligans?
You're gonna believe them? I know you, you little fart. You hang around the Terlansky brothers, don't you?
What was so bad about those brothers? That's what I don't understand.
They are like, you know, I was getting like a wannabe Frog Brother vibe from them.
Okay, but it's like...
But not, they were like the dumb Frog Brothers.
It was Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, it was really dumb because they weren't even like, it was just accidental bullshit.
There was nothing like bad about them. They were just, they seemed like those like twin brothers that aren't too intelligent and they like to get into a new scheme every time. They'd like try to make money, or not even just
Ice
make
cream
money.
was your idea, Rich.
I think like their main goal in life is to get girls, and they thought getting a ice cream truck. But yeah, those brothers, they're the bad crowd.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
guess.
That's, who knows, small town. Obviously small town.
Yeah.
2 cops, chief's on fucking vacation.
Apparently. Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Just goofy. And so they're the bad crowds. I guess because they go around and they just...
They have their little schemes every week.
Yeah.
Oh, the ice cream. Your idea, ice cream.
Yeah.
But,
They kind of remind me of Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
yeah.
Like they would, like those little ducks would always come up with a new scheme or a new idea to profit in some way to make them...
Mm-hmm. That's why Uncle Scrooge is so fucking rich. Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Yeah. But there's...
DuckTales. Woo!
But the ideas would never fully work out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you... What was the one... They had the magic lamp.
Yeah, the DuckTales movie.
Yep. That's the one I remember.
Fuck, what was it? Yeah, I think that was the DuckTales movie. Yeah.
Anywho.
But, so...
But when did we learn that Debbie and
That
Dave...
scene when Dave, after Dave and Mooney are having their little shit, and they're talking, Dave is like, all right, come on, take me to where this place is.
Yeah, and he's like, I'll believe it
I'll
when
believe
I
it when I see it. Let's go. Debbie, I'm taking you home. And then Mooney is all like, all right, Dave. And then he makes this line. He says this line. All right, well, Dave, you're not going to make a dummy out of me. And he just foreshadow. And they go off, and then Dave in the car is like, you know, Debbie reveals that her and Dave were together, that they were a thing.
Yeah.
And Mike is all like, oh, well, this is awkward. And
Yeah, Mike's like the new squeeze.
yeah, he's the rebound, if you will.
Rebound, yeah, that's a good way of
And
putting it.
so they just have this little awkward moment, and then Debbie gets dropped off home. And Mike and Dave go to where the tent was.
Yeah.
And the tent isn't there.
It's gone!
It's gone. It's gone! And now Dave is arresting Mike. And Mike is all like, oh my god, ow, you know, freaking out.
Yeah.
And they go up to the lookout point. Or that it's high, end of the world, top of the world.
Top
or
of
whatever
the
fuck it
world,
was
something
called.
like that, yeah.
Whatever it was called. So they go up to this place. And they see all the cars that were there.
Yeah.
And nobody's in them. The cars, the flashers are on, like lights are on, and Dave gets out of the car, starts going up, investigating. He sees these like cotton candy webs.
Like
spider web cotton
webs,
candies.
cobwebs.
Yeah,
Cobwebs.
all of the cobwebs, all over the cars. And he goes to the car that Mike and Debbie were in, and they were with a friend who we didn't need to mention because he
doesn't matter.
He didn't matter. He was literally a ride. And
it was just an extra.
it was just an extra.
I'm just a day player.
Just a day player. I'm on set for 8 hours a day with a book just for being a scenery. I don't know.
Wonderful.
God love extras though, for real.
Oh, for sure. Gotta love day players.
You do gotta love day players. But anywho, so he finds glasses that the kid was wearing.
That's right. He had thick glasses.
Thick glasses, and then he was gone. He was in all the cotton candy. Dave goes back to the car, and Dave's showing Mike. And here's what's funny with Mike. Mike sees the glasses, and then he was all like, what? He goes, take a look at these. Gives them to Mike. And Mike's just like, yeah, what? And then he goes, yeah, I got him from that Jeep over there. Oh, well, that's Trevor's Jeep, or whatever the kid's name was.
Yeah.
He goes, that's Trevor's Jeep. Those are his glasses. And it's like, how are they his glasses if you didn't know his fucking glasses?
Like,
you
right
had to
off the bat,
You had to
yeah.
find out that they were in the fucking Jeep.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he really wasn't that important.
And nobody noticed.
And, nobody noticed. That's why maybe the cops weren't called at the time. I don't know.
I don't know. But anywho, so the clowns at this point are wrecking havoc. One of the littler clowns, really funny.
The little baby
The
clown.
little baby clown
Yeah.
goes up to a group of bikers, and this is actually a really funny scene.
These are like odd bikers.
These are this is your typical movie, like what movies portray bikers as, like
Yeah.
the comedic version.
Yeah.
Like, you know, oh, we're a group of dudes that just hang outside a bar in an alley,
Yeah.
and we're just roughhousing,
Yeah, we wear saggy, baggy jeans.
saggy baggies.
Cut up jeans and
Right.
bandanas around our foreheads. We got girls hanging around.
Yeah, it's their goofy. It's just they more or less. A lot of them look like leather daddies more than they looked like bikers. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
and that's portrayed a lot in movies.
Well, especially then.
Then, well, also, what's funny? I kind of thought of like Batman Forever, like that group.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, not even. Yeah, Batman Forever. Yeah,
Hey, Spike.
yeah.
Hey, Spike.
That's not Batman. That's Batboy.
That ain't the Bat. Yeah. Oh no, yeah. Batman and Robin was the one with Spike. Fucking.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, you're right though, because in Batman Forever it was they were so similar.
Yeah.
I think they used the same group, but the
For
only
sure.
difference
Probably.
is that Batman and Robin they were the bikers.
Yes.
Batman Forever, they were just group thugs.
They were
in
just like
leather.
a gang.
Yeah. They were the like wannabe Joker gang from Batman.
Yeah.
Batman fucking son of a bitch. Batman Beyond. Excuse me. Thank
Oh,
you.
well, you know that better.
Yeah, I know that better. But anyway, moving on.
But like the little baby clown, I don't
Yeah.
know how else to call him. He rolls up in this tricycle.
Yeah.
And he has this really cute little like so
And
harmless.
what's funny is that it was like making the noise.
It was
like-
making
like,
a noise. Yeah.
It was like a fucking Harley Sportster rolling in.
And the gang leader.
I don't even
maybe?
think that dude was the leader.
Was he? I
No,
don't
you
know.
had this one guy who goes, man, look at this little Joe coming in. And then you see this random, the bigger of the dude, and he just comes in and he just goes, hang on, baby, let me take a look at this. And he goes over and he goes up to the clown and he goes, can I ride your bike, little buddy?
Oh my god.
And the clown's all like, and shaking his head. And then he goes, can I beep the horn? And then he was like, the clown was like, yeah, beep the horn. And I'm sitting there like, oh shit, he's going to beep the horn. He's probably going to blow up or something. And then he picks up the bike and just breaks it.
Yeah.
And then the clown gets all sad and like starts to cry. And then he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, I broke your bike. I broke it in your bike. And then the clown...
so intimidating.
Yeah, right. And then the clown busts out these fucking mitts. He gets these boxing
mitts.
gloves.
Yeah.
And he starts, like, doing the fucking light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Oh my god,
Son
the
of a
craft.
bitch.
Thank you.
Son of a bitch.
The
I meant swift as a bee. God damn it. Muhammad Ali shit.
float like a butterfly,
Float like a butterfly,
sting like a
stick as
bee.
God
Yeah.
damn this wine. Anywho.
Yeah,
so,
he's doing the Ali.
the Ali shit. and he's bopping around.
The Ali shuffle.
The Ali
let's call it that.
doing the alley shuffle in the middle of an alley. And the dude's laughing because you're gonna knock my block off. And sure the fuck enough, he punches this dude, and his head flies off into a
Clear
trash can.
off. Yeah.
Into a and then all the bikers are freaking out. They all jump on their bikes. They all drive off. They're freaking out.
Yeah.
The clown's laughing. And then we go to Debbie at home. And she starts taking off her clothes. We're getting that nice 80s stomach ab shot.
Oh yeah, it's the tease of oh my god, we might see a naked girl. Oh my god.
We might see some cleaves.
It's the strip tease of B horror movies where the shots are done perfectly, where they'll pan down while
Yeah.
she's taking off her top, and when she's about to take her
They'll
bottoms
give
off,
the dude half a
they'll-
lift and then that's it.
And then they show us her calves and her feet. So unless you have a foot fetish, you're golden.
Maybe that half a lift turns into a full lift.
Full lift,
Who
a
knows?
full salute.
Yeah.
But we find out that she has like She has like popcorn stuck inside her clothes.
And what's so funny is that all the popcorn falls off when she's before she gets in the car and everything.
Yeah.
And then when she's taking off her clothes. And mind you, you're at home, you put your fucking clothes in the hamper. Mm-hmm. You've got popcorn stuck to you, honey. Like, you're not gonna go brush that shit off. I would brush that shit off outside.
Spoiled teenager. Mom probably does her laundry. So it's like, I'll let mom deal with it. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. I thought they were college, but
were they?
You're
I don't
probably
even remember.
right because I don't know who the fuck.
Hey,
knows?
when I first went to college, I sent out my laundry.
Oh,
Yeah.
you had that kind of money.
I did not have that kind of money. I pretended that I had that kind of money. I was just fucking lazy.
Oh my god, you're talking to a guy that had to wait like 2 weeks before he did his fucking laundry.
Well, that's why I did it, because all the fucking students, everyone needed to do their damn laundry. I was like, fuck, I'll just send this shit out. Go down to the the laundromat.
God, the laundromat was a pain in the ass in Hollywood. Anywho, yeah, no, but you're right.
But the popcorn, was that like their little spawn?
I really do. I'm
pods?
starting to think that may have been.
Because there's also that scene where the clown goes to the dumpster
And he sprinkles the shit in.
He sprinkles the little popcorns into the dumpster. Like, what about the dumpster and the hamper made these
Things root.
And I'm thinking it reminds me of like the face huggers from Aliens.
Yeah.
Instead of the face hugger, there are these clown faces that look like clown sperm.
That's a good fucking... Yeah, I think you're on something there.
Yeah, but...
I'll dig it. I'm digging it.
But hey...
I'm for it.
This is their movie, it's not our movie.
Yeah, unanswered question, but I like your answer. I like that thought.
Yeah.
And honestly, today I thought about that. Of all the times I've watched this, I never put that into consideration, but today I kind of did. Mm-hmm. And you just kind of finalized it for me. So
cool.
I'm kind of saying, yeah, I think that might be how they procreate.
We're a good team.
We are a good team. And that might be the reason why they like have the popcorn, because you see the popcorn shit just popping. And might be it.
In the spaceship tent, like how popcorn is made, like that's how they procreate.
Yeah, that's how they procreate. I'll dig it. I'll take it.
Why
I
not?
like it. And especially because we only see 5, and then towards the end of the movie, we see like fucking 50 or so.
And one randomly ends up in the toilet with Debbie.
That was a little much but no, it wasn't listen. So it wasn't though because
Listening.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
No, I know.
The wine.
Linda, listen.
Listen, honey.
Linda.
Honey, listen. So when we get that half a lift,
yep.
and she gets into the shower.
In the shower, finally.
You see that the popcorn is starting to crawl.
Yes.
So one most likely crawled into the toilet.
Oh my
Another
god!
one crawled up into the medicine cabinet.
And
then
I think
the rest,
2.
Yeah, and then the rest that was in the clothes went into the hamper.
Yes.
So that's why all that happened. You hit
that for sure.
So that's how all of those got where.
Yeah.
But
at this point, I think what's his name? Fucking Dave and Mike. Like they finally started to see. Okay, this is really a thing.
Yeah, they go to a bus stop. They're outside a bus stop.
There you go.
And one of the clowns is there, and he's doing. And this was honestly really freaky.
It was kind of freaky.
It's like a fucking. When I first saw this, it was. I mean, it was a little goofy when I first. I think the first time I was introduced to this film, I believe it was with Cream, and we were like in high school, and I was watching it for the first time, and I was like, dude, that fucking is some fucked up shit.
So question, did you go into it watching this movie for the first time knowing that, okay, this is a silly movie, or hey, this is a scary movie that's to do with clowns, like not really knowing anything about it?
I took it the same way that I took Leprechaun. Difference with Leprechaun, I saw Leprechaun for the first time when I was like 7. But I took that. So Leprechaun scared the shit out of me because I was a 7-year-old kid watching Leprechaun for the first time. Freaked the fuck out of me. Watching it nowadays, I'm laughing my ass off.
I have never seen Leprechaun. That movie, I've only seen trailers for it on TV, and I'm remembering I was in like 3rd or 4th grade. I had nightmares from the first trailer, and then the sequel came out. I remember, I think, who the fuck was it? Jennifer Aniston. She was in the second one, right?
She was in the first one.
Was she in the first one?
She was in the first one.
Okay, so I might have the two mixed up because she was doing some. This is my memory.
Tell me and I'll correct you if I remember.
This could be either a memory or a dream. I've had both. I've had memories of watching the fucking trailer that scared the shit out of me, and it would give me nightmares. But my recollection of the trailer for any of the Leprechauns, doesn't matter, first or second, Jennifer Aniston there's like a clothesline of her like hanging clothes on like those little clips.
Yeah.
And there's a narrator going, oh, this man is looking for a new wife, or he's looking for a new love, and he hasn't had one for 100 years. And this time he found her. And then like it's blacked out, flashlight comes up, and you see the fucking leprechaun going, I'm back. Then you hear the music going, Dah!
Oh my god, I think that was 2.
I remember seeing it
Because
and
2,
running.
I think that was 2 because 2 was about, if I'm not mistaken,
finding a wife.
Him getting a wife because one of the other dudes, we're getting off track of the clowns, but that's
Doesn't
okay.
matter.
But in 2, there was a boyfriend.
We're on a breakthrough.
Right, there was a
moment.
boyfriend in 2
Yeah.
who got bit by him.
Okay.
And he starts kind of going, they kind of steal lycanthropy. So he starts turning into a leprechaun, the boyfriend.
Okay.
And then he kind of is getting like the powers of the leprechaun. So him and Warwick Davis have this little leprechaun fucking duel at the end. They have this little battle. But so that's the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I think Jennifer Aniston was in the second one.
She wasn't though.
Are you
She was
sure?
the first. Yeah, she was in the original.
Well, you would know better than I would because I've never seen any of the movies.
She was in the original. The original was the creepiest in my opinion because that one was still fun. They're all funny.
Yeah.
But that one was, in my opinion, one of the truest of the horror of that.
Yeah.
There were some pretty, like most, and like in this movie, there were some fucked up deaths.
For sure.
In the Leprechaun 2, there's a really fucked up death of one of the chicks, like, she really wants, like, bigger breasts, she really wanted, so he, like, puts the spell on her to where her tits start to grow and don't stop, and then her ass starts to grow and doesn't stop, and she blows up into, like, everything on her lips, everything that a woman would want big.
It's every Instagram woman out there right now that's making millions of dollars just showing their tits, their huge tits, their huge ass.
A leprechaun put a spell on them.
Huge lips. That's it.
A leprechaun put
Ladies, if you want to be an Instagram superstar, find a leprechaun and make your wish of being a millionaire just by taking pictures of your naked body.
Hashtag Warwick Davis.
Warwick Davis,
he'll do it for you.
He's the key to Instagram fame.
Right, and so she doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, and then she blows up.
That makes me think of a Slither.
Did that happen in Slither?
Except she was pregnant with other.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, this fucking hurt.
Oh, this fucking hurt.
I feel them eating me.
Oh my god, I forgot
so bad.
all about that fucking movie.
Okay, anyway.
Okay,
we're
back to the
going
clowns.
so off track.
Back to the fucking clowns.
But still, I'm having an awesome time.
Oh no, this is great. Back to clowns. So
back to the killer clowns.
Yeah. So anywho, the popcorn.
The popcorn.
The popcorn shit. So now we're done with the popcorn. So we are now at the bus stop.
Yes.
Right,
Okay. Yes, that's what we were doing.
So the bus stop. So
the shadow.
Mm-hmm. So the shadow puppetry. Mm-hmm. So the one clown is doing the shadow puppetry, and a group of people are watching.
It's like a bus stop of elderly people and like a
young couple and then
couple.
a random, and then like 2 random dudes.
Yeah.
So very diverse group. So they're sitting there and they're watching this puppet show, and he's making like he makes like a bunny, a really simple one, bunny, And then he makes a fucking elephant. And then he makes fucking George Washington on the boat and all the crew. And then he gets and then when Dave and Mike show up, they're like watching, and Mike's like, Dave, we gotta kill him, shoot him, Dave. And Dave's like, no, we gotta watch this. Let's see what happens.
Like, come on,
and then
dude.
all of a sudden the fucking dude turns his shadow into a T-Rex and it gobbles up the people. The T-Rex eats the people. He traps them in the palm of his hands, and then he puts them in his little bag of popcorn.
That's right.
Yeah, and then he puts them in the bag, and then Mike is freaking out, puts his foot on the gas, and they try to run over the clown.
But okay, I'm thinking of something else then.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And then they're trying to run over the clown. The clown just fucking leaps into the sky.
Kangaroo Jacks.
Kangaroo Jacks up into the shit. And they do that wonderful thing that you were talking about, the dramatic fucking hit, where they did a bump and they acted like they just took on the fucking world.
Yeah.
And he's like, what happened? He leaped up! And like, it's gone! And then shoot to Vernon.
Yeah.
And he is getting phone calls from everybody in the town.
Yes,
And they're all like,
back to
we've got
back.
these clowns outside our house causing like disturbances.
He just thinks the whole town is fucking with him.
Yeah, and he's all, and that comes to the, I put up with this shit in Korea. I'm not doing it now. And then he's putting a cigar in his mouth, and so he's smoking the cigar and whatnot, and he's doing all that shit, and he's getting the calls, and then he's ignoring them all, and then Clown comes in.
Yeah. We also, doesn't he, go into a drawer and find, what every, vet cop has in their drawer is a bottle of liquor?
Oh, yeah, booze, and...
He puts it in this, styrofoam cup.
That's right.
Oh, these people.
That's right.
God.
Oh, and I'm skipping ahead, but I'm gonna backtrack a little bit because I want to go back to another kind of creepy part. Definitely, a couple of those kills were pretty creepy, but this was pretty scary because and this is real. So we're at that burger joint, right?
That's right.
And a mom is there with a friend and a couple kids and then her daughter, and they're eating. And the mom and the friend, they're all like, oh yeah, this used to be fun. I guess they're doing that scratch off game that Taco Bell, Burger King, all that shit used to do back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
But, I guess they still do it. I don't know. But I don't play. I never win. So they're doing all that shit. And then the daughter, she's like, put the ketchup on your burger, honey, and eat. Because you're not getting up until you eat. Shit that I'm sure all of us can relate to. I was never allowed to.
Eat your cheeseburger and fries, honey. It's good for ya.
Right. Well, that not. But, but yeah, you're not allowed to leave the table until you finish your food. That was something. So she looks out the window, and you see one of the clowns.
The cute, adorable clown trying to be so innocent.
And he's
fun.
He's playing hide and...
peekaboo.
Yeah, peekaboo, thank you.
Yeah.
He's playing peekaboo with this little girl. And she's playing back, and she's like, oh my god. And then he starts giving her the finger come here.
It was kind of seductive. I don't want to say in a dirty way, but it was just...
The face that they chose for the clown was very... Well, the clown itself was pretty fucking terrifying, but the face that they chose was a little neutral, I think.
Was it neutral?
I think it was neutral. It wasn't unnecessary. I mean, you could probably go, it was very it was hungry or something.
It could be.
But I don't know.
But also behind its back, it had one of those...
a
mallet, yeah.
He had a fucking mallet behind him. So he's reeling this kid in, and then we see him doing the finger, and then you look back at the table, the moms are talking, and then the daughter's gone.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, what? Daughter is walking up to the door, and he's right there, just fucking fingering, come here. And he's got that mallet, and then he grips the mallet, and as soon as she opens the door, he is about to fucking hammer down. And then the mom comes out of nowhere and goes, you did not finish your food, and then drags her back in, and then the clown gives that fucking... just growls
Curses.
and snarls. Yeah,
Foiled.
Bitch, fucking bitch. And
I just love that the
out.
mom gets mad that she didn't finish her cheeseburger, not the fact that she almost left the restaurant.
And clearly
by
there was
herself.
this ginormous fucking clown outside.
Yeah.
So it's you didn't see that fucking thing. Egging your child on, honey. Please.
Yeah.
Parent of the year, folks.
Yeah, there you go.
So
good job, Karen.
good job, Karen. So, and then that clown gets pissed off. He sprinkles the popcorn, like you said, into the trash can.
Yeah.
And then fucking kid comes out.
I wonder, like, was the director very specific to, okay, so he comes out of the restaurant, like, totally capable of carrying on each hand of huge bags of trash.
Yeah.
But then he places them down next to the dumpster, opens the lid of the dumpster, grabs one, puts it in, shuts the fucking thing.
Right.
And then grabs another bag, opens it, and it's too...
It's unrealistic. And I agree with you.
Like,
but I think...
We've had jobs where we've had to throw things into the dumpster, grab it, keep the fucking lid open.
Oh, you better believe that bitch is going to stay open. I'm
Keep
not about to open it every time.
Like, I remember, like, when I worked for that birthday party company, it would take two of us to grab the bags. One of us would hold the damn fucking dumpster lid, and we would just toss them in.
Yeah.
This is too cheesy.
I think in the aspect of the film, it was supposed to be... They probably thought this, and maybe it worked for some people.
It bought them time?
I think it was... No, I think it was supposed to be an anticipation thing.
Okay.
Because you know that there's something in there.
Yeah.
Right? He sprinkled the popcorn in. At this point, we don't know what the popcorn does yet.
True.
So he sprinkled the shit in, but we're getting that tease of the kid opens the shit, throws the bag in, and then shuts it, right? Because if he would have left it open, the shit could have came out, the shit could have happened. So we're getting that tease of
like a
what's going to happen.
Little Suspiria tease.
Yeah,
almost.
if you will.
Yeah.
So he opens it, he shuts it, he plays that, oh my god, I'm tired, this bag is heavy, let me pick up this one,
Long
put
shift.
it in there. Yeah.
He could be working
Shut
a
the
double.
shit. Right, who knows. So, and then he starts to walk away and he hears little squeaks coming from it, like most of us probably thinks it's a fucking raccoon.
Raccoons.
So he probably thinks it's a fucking raccoon. So he like starts, but this is what gets stupid. It's like, okay, well I'm gonna open it, but now I'm gonna shove my whole fucking face in that
He shoves his
motherfucker.
entire torso.
Yeah, let me try to reach out and let me try to reach out and get this raccoon. No, what I would have done was I would have just left the bitch open and let the fucker leave.
Yeah.
Or just left him in there. I don't know. But so he starts to go in and then he gets pulled in and then you hear him freaking out. The shit closes and then you don't know what happens. And then we go back to... Do we go back to Debbie or do we go back to the police station?
Well, does it go back to Mooney?
I think so.
Well, let's talk about Mooney anyway.
Yeah.
Because his situation and what ends up happening to him is pretty dark.
It's very dark. And honestly, and I told you this.
Yes.
This creeped the fuck out of me.
It was very creepy.
As even in high school, like I was literally like, that was the most fucked up thing in this movie.
It was, and I totally agree with you 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So
he
take us there.
Yeah, so he's sitting there, he's drinking his booze, and he's smoking a cigar, and he's not giving a shit. And then one of the clowns comes in, and he's just like, well, look at you, you know. In that booming Vernon voice. Mm-hmm. And the clown is fucking with him, and he's just like, Mooney's just not having it. And then he pulls flowers out, and Mooney's like, are those for me? And then it squirts water all over Mooney, pisses him off.
At first, I actually thought that, oh my god, it's acid.
It's gonna burn him.
Yeah.
No, I guess the clown was just fucking with him, literally.
Another thing with the clowns, just their physicality, they walk very slow.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little too slow, but I guess that was just their choice.
Yeah.
But sometimes it got a little weird, but this time...
It worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
So, continue.
So, he squirts Mooney, and then Mooney gets up, and Mooney's all like, turn around, put your hand behind your back. I'm done with you. Mm-hmm. I ought to shoot you right here. And then that just makes the clown kind of mad. Like, the clown was kind of like, oh, I'm going to fuck with you. Like, you see it in the face. Again, great work by the fucking, the effects people. Because you're really reading this clown's face.
Yeah.
And he's just like, you want to kill me now, huh?
Yeah.
You want to go that route. And he turns around, he lets Mooney cuff him. Mooney starts walking him, and then the clown's hands fall off.
Well, they look like gloves.
Gloves, yeah. Mooney's like, what the fuck? And then the clown just shimmies into the cell.
Yeah.
Into the cell room. And Mooney goes over, pulls his gun, and he's just like, opens the door, and he's got two perps in there that we didn't talk about earlier, but we really don't.
It doesn't matter.
But yeah, two guys in there that Mooney arrested earlier in the movie. And he tells the clown to get in, clown goes in. The two guys are freaking out. They see this clown and they're like...
It's huge, like,
dude, we
8-foot
do not...
clown.
They're like, fuck we really, like, please God, don't put him in here.
Yeah.
You know? And Mooney puts him in, shuts the door, and says, oh, no. Mooney puts him in there, and then Mooney hits him in the back of the head with his flashlight.
Right.
He hits him in the back of the head with his
Which is
flashlight.
like, why would you do that if you already have him in the cell? But whatever.
Pissed off old
He's
vet.
Pissed off old vet.
Pissed off old
yeah.
vet. Who knows?
Yeah.
So he hits him, and then the clown's head turns around like a fucking owl.
Yeah.
And looks at him and growls. And then Mooney's like, this is not fucking normal. Now we actually see Mooney afraid.
Yes.
And he shuts the cell, and he's just like, I don't know who you are, but I will fucking kill you. Like, if you... And then the clown pulls out one of those, what are they called?
Those, like, little birthday
Things.
blower kazoos.
And then kazoo thing. And it
know.
has the paper that unfolds. So he shoots the paper thing at Mooney, and then it turns into a hand and chokes him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pulls Mooney into the bars and knocks him out.
Yeah.
And Mooney falls to the ground and is knocked out. And the two guys just kind of look over at the clown, and they're freaking out. And
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then one of them just looks at him and goes, so what are you in for?
Yeah.
You know, like...
Let's lighten the mood a
Yeah,
little
let's
bit.
lighten the mood.
I mean,
Let's
in-
try to stay alive.
Yeah, we're in jail,
You know?
so why not? Yeah.
Let's try to stay alive here. This dude just knocked this fucking
Yeah,
dude
you don't want to
out.
get on this guy's bad side, for
And
sure.
so we cut out, and then Dave shows up. Dave shows up, lights are off. Dave walks in, phone's ringing off the hook. Dave answers the phone, and it was like party clown music, I think. It was
Kind
like,
of.
It's like hold music or something. It was really
Yeah.
bizarre. So, really bizarre music was playing, and Dave goes into the cell and sees cotton candy cocoons. And he pulls a little bit of the cotton candy off, and he sees a bloody face.
Yeah.
And then one of the dude's arms falls out of the cocoon.
And the thing, like, the arm was really long.
Mhm.
Like, it didn't... I don't know if we got,
Well, that
like...
was probably just prop.
Yeah.
You know, who knows?
Yeah.
So it just falls out, and it like gets in front of Dave's face, and Dave's freaking
And
out.
it's super bloody.
Yeah. Dave's freaking out, and then Dave goes back in and doesn't see, but we see
Yes.
the clown turned around.
He's in, like, Mooney's chair?
Yeah, you see
Yeah.
his back, and he's in Mooney's chair.
Oh,
and then
yes.
Dave is like trying to call somebody, and then the clown turns around, and Dave is looking at this clown, and then the clown's just looking at Dave, and then the clown picks up
Yeah.
Mooney and has Mooney with the what is it? What do you call
The
it?
ventriloquist dummy
Yeah.
mouth with the lines.
It was with blood. The
with
lines
blood.
was in blood.
Yeah, from like the creases of his mouth down to like the
Yeah.
like the chin,
down to the chin, and then he had
Rosy
like rosy
cheeks.
cheeks.
which was obviously blood.
Yeah, and he picks up Mooney, and then he's talking through Mooney. So he's like, "Hello, Dave," and he's talking as Mooney, and he's just like, "It's okay, Dave." You know, he's just saying all this shit, and
Taunting
Dave's like talking, and Dave's like, "What do you want?" And he goes,
Don't worry, Dave. All we want to do is kill you.
and that's all they say,
Yeah.
and it's like that's literally all the clowns want to do. He goes, "All we want is to kill you," and it was so funny because Vernon, again, so good at playing the like him and the clown working with each other. Like fuck, it was so funny.
Yeah.
It was like
It
looking
was
at each other,
funny,
and
but
doing
like
this shit.
fucked up at the
Fucked
same
up.
time.
And then the clown pulls his hand out of Mooney, and you see it covered in blood, and then he's like slaps all the blood off onto
Yeah,
the floor.
it's like if
and-
you have like a bunch of water on your hands and you just flick it away.
yeah, and that's what it did, and it was just like, oh my god.
That's like fucked up because it put in my head what part of his insides was he
Came out.
using
Right.
to manipulate his mouth, his face,
Yep.
and his movements.
Me too.
Like that made my imagination go wild.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's what really fucked me up. And it made me like really start to actually get scared of this movie.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, these clowns are
And
capable
after
of some
that,
crazy
after
shit.
that was honestly when a lot of the shit was very playful in
Yeah.
the beginning. But after this was when shit really does starting to get a little more darker.
Intense,
Intense.
darker, yeah.
And so the clown throws Mooney, and now Dave's freaking out.
Mm.
And the clown already knows Dave's Dave's scared. So the clown's
Yeah.
going to egg it on, and he's going to do it how we're all used to. He starts to walk slowly to Dave. He starts throwing tables.
Yeah.
He starts
Pushing them out of the
pushing
way.
chairs,
Yeah.
throwing tables, like just not breaking eye contact.
And like showing his strength, kind
Yeah.
of, maybe.
Going up there, and then Dave shoots him. He shoots him in the chest, and he just kind of pops back, and then he just looks at Dave and
Doesn't do a
starts
thing.
walking. Dave shoots him again. He starts freaking out. Then the clown
Will
keeps...
nothing kill this clown?
Yeah, clown keeps coming, and then Dave finally shoots him, and he hits him in the nose.
The big red.
The big red nose. He hits him in the nose, and the clown's nose disappears. The clown looks down at his nose, and then he starts turning into like a fucking...
He starts like spiraling.
Jade, some jade-colored diamond, and it's like flashing.
Confetti
and then
shoots
blows
out
up.
everywhere.
Yeah, blows up, and confetti shoots out. And Dave's like, okay, that's how we fucking
That's
do
their
it.
weakness.
They
That's how you
shoot
kill
him in the
them.
nose. Kill him and hurt the nose.
Yeah.
And Dave gets a hold of the state police and is like, get over here. And the police was like, all right, we'll have everybody over. Give us a minute. And at this point, the entire town is now like cocooned.
Yes.
And, you know, we see Mike and the brothers that we were talking about earlier in Ice Cream Truck. And there's a random guy hiding under a car. And you see this parade of clowns, like, sucking up with a vacuum car all the cocoons that they made.
That they've collected, yeah.
Yeah, and the brothers and Mike are watching this random guy under the car. I assume sees Mike and the boys.
Maybe.
Because he's sitting there waiting. And then one of the clowns passes him and he gets out of the car and he starts trying to run for the ice cream truck. And then the clown just turns around fucking like Dirty Harry's this motherfucker and shoots him. And the guy turns into cotton candy and fucking flies in the air and then it hits the truck. And then Mike and the boys are like, fucking get out of here, let's go.
Yeah.
And they leave. The clowns, Debbie gets out of the shower.
Finally,
we
Debbie gets out of the goddamn shower.
Right. We might be hit or miss here, folks.
It
with
doesn't
a little
matter,
all over
but
the place, but it doesn't matter.
We hit the nail on the head
Yeah.
with the fact that Debbie takes the longest shower
Yes.
in movie history.
Right. So Debbie gets out of the shower and she dries off. She puts on clothes that I don't know if they were the same clothes or not.
I don't even know. But that's
doesn't
when the
matter.
little spawns start to attack her.
They start to attack her. They bite her on the shoulder. They start to freak out. She gets away by using hairspray.
The aerosol hairspray. That's some, like,
potent shit.
completely fuck up the ozone layer.
So she sprays these fucking clown faces, and then they all just start coming out of nowhere. One comes out of the bathtub, out of the bathtub, out of the toilet. She takes the shower head that we all know growing up in the 80s, 90s. The
detachable one.
The attachable one. And she pulls that bitch off, turns on the shower, puts it in the head, puts it in the mouth of
And
the...
tries to, like, drown it
I don't know.
to death or choke
guess.
it. I don't know.
But she got away.
Yeah.
And then she rips off the shower curtain, throws it off over the heads of the two in the hamper, and walks to the door. And then she hears a knock, and it's Mike. And she's like, "Oh my God, Mike!" And he's like, "Hey, Debbie, let me in." And then she opens the door, and it's one of the clowns.
Yeah.
And then the clown is mimicking Mike.
Yeah.
And she's like, Debbie, it's me. Let me in.
Yeah,
like,
we find out it's
her.
like a total clown ambush, and they put her in a balloon.
A balloon, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a bouncy ball, personally.
It looked like a bouncy ball, but
did,
it had
then
helium in it,
yeah,
and it was...
but then it turned into a balloon.
it turned into a balloon.
So, yeah, it was really bizarre.
So the boys see that
She's in a balloon.
Yeah. So
And they're like, "We gotta follow Debbie!"
Yeah.
So they're chasing this nowadays size Chevy Spark. And it's a car that has all the fucking clowns in it. And It's really tiny.
The clown car.
Yeah, the clown car.
That's what a Spark is, a clown car.
Yeah, and I had one. So they're driving off, and the boys are chasing her, and then Dave's hot on the boys' ass. And then one of the brothers is like, "Oh my God, it's the cops! Stop, Richard!" And then Richard stops the car, and they have another one of those wonderful fucking over-dramatic fucking, "Oh, we just bumped each other." Boom! And then the cop car starts smoking. Like, oh yeah, that little fucking fender bender really did do the cop car in, man.
Yeah, the little tap.
And then Dave gets out with a shotgun and is like, "All right, get over." Like, I'm driving. Gets in, they start chasing. They're like, "Where are the clowns gonna go?" And they're like, "The amusement park."
Of course.
Go to amusement park. The clowns go to the amusement park. And there is a security guard.
Yeah.
And here is where I was saying, this was also another really fucked up death for me.
Yeah.
The security guard is there. He sees this car pull up, the little clown car. And he's like, he sees one of the clowns get out. And you see this tiny car and you said it, all these clowns are like 8 feet tall. And 5 of these motherfuckers get out of this tiny ass car. Really funny. And then the security guard goes, boys,
It's closed.
it's closed. We're
Yeah.
closed. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And then they all pull out these pies.
Yes.
And then the security guard gets, like, intimidating, and he just starts going, what are you going to do with those pies, boys?
Boys.
And then they throw the pies at the security guard, and the security guard, like, just isn't moving. He's just like, oh, my God. And then he's, like, stuck. And then you see him covered in these pies.
Like,
And
where
then
did they, like...
Camera cut, what, guys?
Not only, like, did they were able to shove themselves in that little car, but they also had hundreds of pounds of pies. Yeah.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Killer Clowns
And,
from Outer Space!
you know, and then the camera cuts to the clowns, they start walking, and then you see where the security guard was is just a pile of, like, pie goo.
Pie goo, it's like the top of a ice cream sundae.
Yeah.
That is just the whipped cream.
Exactly.
It's slowly starting to melt.
Yes.
And then you see the baby clown put a huge cherry on
the
top of it.
Yeah.
And he's so strategic as how, like, to make sure it sticks up perfectly. And he's like,
Yeah, he's like putting it on
there we
and then he walks
go.
off, and it melted this fucking dude.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God. And I was like, that is fucked up shit.
That is fucked up.
That is fucked up. I'd hate for that to happen to me. And then fucking Dave, Mike, and the brothers get to the amusement park, and they're like, see this mound of ice cream, and one of the brothers starts fucking with it, and they're like, what is this? And Dave is like, that's not ice cream. And you see the skeleton of the security guard, like, sticking out of it.
Yeah.
They go into the tent, and
So-
they're trying to figure out where these dudes come from. They're like, obviously these are from outer space. What's their motive, you know?
Yeah.
And you go ahead.
Well, it's just this part of the film is the final showdown.
Yeah.
And a lot of things happen that they're trying to explain, but really, like, it's super simple.
Yeah.
You know, like, they try to show some fun graphics and show different rooms, and they want to show off all of the clowns that they constructed, which look amazing. But it was just another, like, really slow scenes where they go back into the cotton candy cocoon, like,
Yeah.
little area. Here comes another clown, and you see him with those, like, bendy, curly
Yeah.
straws. He's, like, testing the cocoon.
To make sure it's melted.
Yeah, and, like, the blood starts to slowly, like a chemistry
And that's
set.
where we find out what they really want. They're just
They're
harvesting
drinking
humans.
the blood. Yeah. The boys, the brothers, they bump into... Well, no.
They
they're
fall into a
Yeah,
trap.
because they're like, okay, guys, we can't get separated. Stay together.
Yeah.
And then the boys just fall into this ball pit like you were at Discovery Zone.
Yeah.
And there were these, like... We finally see female clowns.
Yeah.
And
their
they're-
tits expand, right?
Yeah,
Their
like
tits start
complete balloons. Kind of like, you know, what you were talking about earlier.
growing. Half a lift.
Half a lift. And
Yeah.
these boys were at a complete, full, absolute salute.
Exactly. They were ready. And they were... Are you Debbie's roommates?
Yeah, yeah. And then it's like cut. We don't get anything else.
Anything after that.
But then it's just like a battle. We find Debbie. She's in the balloon, whatever. And they don't really try to help anybody else.
Yeah, they just get Debbie. And
Yeah.
then finally, when all the clowns show up, Dave is like, maybe there's more people in these balloons. We need
Yeah.
to try to save some people. And they're like, it's too late, Dave! And it's like, it is too late, Dave. What
Yeah.
were you fucking around for? Like,
Yeah. Well, he's still trying to be the hero.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But he could have been popping fucking balloons left and right.
Yeah.
But,
We finally see all of the clowns. Like, they all have their little guns. They're all like,
Yep.
slowly I turn, step by step,
Yeah.
inch by inch, just slowly coming up to them, and they drag it out a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
They're in this, they go down to this, like, deep, because they start going through, like, the elevators, which, it was just, it wasn't needed.
No.
Yeah, we get it. It's these weird, like, Star Wars type of elevators.
Yeah,
where
the turn spaceship.
the turn doors. And what the fuck happens that Clown Godzilla comes to be?
I think he was supposed to be like the head clown
Was
of them or
he?
something. I don't know. I really don't know.
Because the brothers,
They're pretending to be like
yeah.
yeah.
Like, when you think that the heroes are going to get killed by these clowns, they use their ice cream clown truck to go into the tent. They're like, I am Zool.
Yeah.
Like,
let them go.
let them
and
go.
all the clowns are listening. They're like, holy shit.
They're just looking at him like, what?
Yeah, they're like, all right, let's let them go. And then,
They easily...
and mind you, let's take a peek back. Obviously, the brothers got fucked by these female clowns.
Oh, yeah, they got, like, kiss
They
marks.
got kiss marks all over them. Their clothes are torn to shreds.
Yeah.
They got fucked.
Oh, yeah.
They got fucked by these clowns. And
Frisky clowns.
yeah, and they're freaking out. And they're, playing off the fact that they're clown god.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the clowns let the people pass. They let them get in the truck, and they're trying to leave.
Yeah.
And at that point was where the marionette Clownzilla comes down.
Clownzilla. Yeah.
He comes down.
With a capital K.
Yeah, and he comes down, goes over to the truck, starts fucking beating the shit out of it. He breaks the clown face on the truck first.
Yeah.
And he starts beating the shit out of the truck. And
It's just really...
Dave, Mike, and Debbie get out of the truck, and they're like, guys, get out of the truck, telling the brothers to leave. And the
Yeah.
brothers are like, it's a rental! We can't leave!
They were so attached to that goddamn truck.
Yeah, it's a rental! And then the clown is just tossing
I
this
don't fucking
bitch
care.
left and right, and then he throws it, and the truck blows up.
Randomly, like, the
Yeah.
whole thing catches a blaze.
Right. It just throws it across the wall, and it just blows up. And
Yeah.
then Clownzilla goes off and starts trying to kill everybody. And what happened? Mike and Debbie get out, and then
Yeah.
Dave
stays behind to try to... He has, like, that gun, and the gun sound that they use
Mm-hmm.
for that little short gun, it's that, like, Roger Rabbit. Like, I can't do it, because I'm not a sound bite.
Yeah.
But, boom, boom. Halt, or I'll shoot!
Yeah.
Something.
Doom!
Yeah.
But, so, yeah, he tries to shoot,
Yeah.
and then the clown picks him up.
Very King Kong.
Yeah. Picks him up, puts him up to him, and then he takes his badge off. Right?
Yeah, his, like, police badge.
Yeah.
And he pops the nose.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it. Okay, that's how you kill...
That's how you kill
That's how you kill the fucking
Clownzilla.
clowns. So guys, if clowns ever take over your fucking state, just puncture their nose. and
Puncture
that's how
their
you-
nose,
that's how you do
everybody.
it.
Get them in the nose.
But the tent and the spaceship
Mm-hmm.
tries to get away.
It tries to get away.
It tries to escape. It tries
Yeah.
to, like, leave, it looks like.
Yeah. And now the cavalry shows up.
Yes,
all
finally.
all the other cops show up. And what happens after that?
Well, you think that, like, Mike, or not Mike,
Dave.
gets stuck.
Mhm.
Like, the whole thing was, like a very suspenseful, like, oh my god, is Dave gonna make it out or not?
Yeah.
And Mike and Deb are like, oh no, we have to, like, that's where it is. Something like that.
Yeah.
And the spaceship clown tent, something happens that makes the ship combust or
It
something.
just blows up.
It just, like, blows
Yeah.
up, and then you see it's not the brothers' van, the ice cream van. It's some other van that looks like the clown van. It almost looks like the rest of the clowns tried to, like, escape.
Mm-hmm.
But then the whole ship blows up, and then the door opens up, and it's Dave.
Yeah,
And
the
then-
clown car falls out of the
Yeah.
ship, and
And then you see the brothers, who are now covered in ice cream. And apparently when their
truck blew up.
Their
They
truck-
went into the freezer.
they went into the ice cream freezer, they Indiana Jones'd their asses to stay alive.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then they're sitting
They
there.
crystal skulled themselves to stay alive.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And they get out. Dave gets out of the car.
He's all
and
smoky.
He's smoking, and then he starts kissing Debbie on the head. He's holding Debbie, and apparently they're a thing now.
But there's, like, also, like, that little, like, triangle hug.
Yeah,
I can
and
see,
then
like,
we're
Mike.
like gonna have a menage.
It's not even. It could be a menage. It's
I
fine.
think they're gonna have a menage.
That could be fun, but
Um,
it's very obvious that Dave and Debbie reconnected in some way. I don't know.
Yeah. So,
That's
and then Debbie's all, "Is it over?" And then pies fall from the sky and land on everybody.
And the movie's over.
And the movie's done.
And
And then we get that wonderful
we get
soundtrack.
the same fucking song from the intro.
Exactly. We get
Oh
that
my
wonderful
God.
soundtrack after that. So
Yeah.
that is fucking Killer Clowns
That
from Outer
is
Space.
Killer fucking Clowns from Outer Space, guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you really enjoy horror movies but also enjoy a good laugh,
Yeah. This is one of them, yes. And
Yeah.
so let's get to it. So will you watch this film without me?
no, I think this is a really fun movie to watch when you are with a group of friends.
Yeah.
It's Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have a good time.
Yeah.
Let's find something funny but still in the spirit of Halloween to watch.
Right.
That's where I'm going to categorize this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't, on my own, ever put it on to watch it for my viewing pleasure.
Yeah.
But still, it is. Like, I totally recommend this movie being, like, watched if you are looking for something that's fun, if you're in the scary movie but totally silly vibe, for sure. Check it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree.
Everyone needs to watch this movie for sure.
It
like,
is
this
a
is like a
must
movie
watch.
you do have to watch before you leave this earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. So, yeah, again, it's Killer Clowns from Outer Space, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're about at time. So, let's go ahead and talk about what's going to happen next week.
Well,
What do you got in store for me?
I got something really good, and it's to honor something very amazing that happened recently.
Mm-hmm.
One of our favorite directors,
Yes.
Guillermo del Toro, he got his star on the Walk of Fame.
Yes.
Very huge moment. We absolutely love his work. Like, I don't see this podcast lasting without us doing almost every one of his fucking films.
Oh, no.
But to close our Halloween theme,
Mm-hmm.
The Orphanage.
Ooh, bueno.
This is a great movie. It is in Spanish, so you do have to watch it with the subtitles, but it is so worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It is not only terrifying, but it is also a mystery. It makes you think. Like, it really puts you in that detective role,
Yeah.
and it is stunning.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. So, everybody, give The Orphanage, find that, see if you can, give that a watch,
Yeah.
and we will be doing that next week. Until then, thank you again, everyone, for listening.
Absolutely. Review, subscribe,
Yeah.
follow us on all platforms where you can listen to podcasts. We are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and email. Look us up.
Movies and contemplation.
Movies and contemplation, please.
Yeah, and we will talk to you cats next time.
Yes, catch you on the flip side.
Raw babies. Bye.
Bye, babies. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Cocoons!